Hey everyone, how's it going? So, I get a lot of questions about how I paint my eyes onto pops, whether I use a masking tape or spray paint or whatnot. I actually just use a brush and paint. So I kind of thought I'd try show you guys exactly how I do it. And I'm not going to lie, it's going to be pretty awkward because this isn't actually the usual position I sit when I'm painting my eyes. I usually dig my elbows into my chest to give me a little bit more stability. But I'll give it a try and see if I can make it work without my usual position. But yeah, I've been doing eyes on pops for long enough now that I can pretty much do them pretty easy now. I say that, but I'm probably just going to mess it up as I do this. Like I says, this isn't usually the position that I sit myself in. And I'm kind of weird like that when I'm painting. I always like to sit the exact same way. Most of the times when I don't sit in my usual stance, I'm terrible at painting. I'm really terrible at painting lines when I'm not digging my arms into my chest. When I first started doing pops, eyes were the worst. I really didn't have a good time with doing the eyes, but now I'm a little bit better at them. I can do them pretty swiftly these days, which I wish I kind of done back then because it used to take ages to do the eyes. And don't get me wrong, like sometimes if I mess it up a little bit, I can spend ages and ages fixing my mistake and sort of try to make the eyes even again. And I found myself spending like 10 minutes at times fixing up eyes, and it's a pain in the bum to be quite honest, because it's usually actually when I'm just about finished a custom, I'll do the eyes and then I'll mess the whole thing up. Sometimes end up having to start again, which is a pain in the bum. Now usually what I would do is if I don't get it perfect on the first go, especially on like this type of pop where it's a black surrounding, I will touch up the edges once I'm done. So while that one's drying, I will do the other eye and let you guys see. So it's really just about practice. I wish I could give you guys a secret formula to be able to paint eyes, but it is just the fact that I have painted a crazy amount of these things over the years. Just repetitive. So eventually you start picking up easier ways to do it and quicker ways to do it, and you end up just feeling a little bit more confident. I actually find that a lot of the time, as cheesy as it sounds, when you're doing these sorts of things, being hesitant and worrying about it ends up making you make mistakes. So you can end up messing up the eyes. I feel like if you just go for it and have a little bit of confidence in it, you end up getting it a lot quicker. And usually first time, it's usually when I overthink that I start making mistakes. Usually when I just go for it, that's when it actually turns out well. I've got my camera on a bendy stand here, so it's going to be quite wobbly when I try to refocus. It's kind of hard getting this camera in real close without it obscuring my vision. So I'm not going to worry too much about the top of the eyes on this because I'm going to paint sort of angry eyes on this one. There you go. Just going to paint a happy little tree over here. So they're not perfect right now, but that was just a quick little show to show you how I paint eyes, and it's pretty easy once you practice.